This is the most cruel way to die in the world. In 1974, the Norwegian government, in order to develop offshore oil resources, built an offshore drilling platform and towed it to the North Sea for operation. The platform was named ByFord Dolphin.
The difficulty of offshore drilling is very high. In addition to having an advanced drilling platform, experienced saturation divers are also needed. The so-called saturation divers can be understood as the kings among divers. You should know that for every 10 meters of diving depth, a diver needs to withstand an additional atmosphere of pressure, and saturation divers usually operate at around 300 meters underwater, so they have to withstand 31 atmospheres of pressure. Under such high pressure, the gases inhaled by the body will dissolve more in the blood and cells, and when the diver ascends rapidly, these gases will be released quickly. It's like a bottle of soda that has just been shaken and then immediately opened, gushing out. At this time, it is as if every cell in the body has a small bomb installed, causing severe damage to the body's tissues and organs, and even leading to death. Therefore, when ascending, saturation divers will stop at different depths for a period of time, allowing these gases to be slowly expelled from the body through breathing. This process usually lasts for several tens of hours, and after returning to the surface, at least a month of rest is needed to recover from the physical damage caused by the operation. However, the actual working time underwater for the diver is only about 1 hour. Undoubtedly, this way of working is very inefficient. To solve this problem, people invented pressurized living chambers and diving bells. First, the saturation divers inhale a mixture of helium and oxygen in the diving bell and gradually adapt to the increasing pressure. Once the pressure reaches the target value, the diving bell is lowered to the seabed for operations. After completing their tasks, they re-enter the diving bell. The diving bell maintains the same pressure as when the diver surfaced from the seabed and ascends. Arrive at the pressurized living chamber located in the diving area. At this time, the pressurized living chamber also maintains the same pressure value as inside the diving bell, and the two chambers are sealed and connected through an interface. The diver then uses this passage to move from the diving bell to the pressurized living chamber to rest, and then goes back to underwater work, repeating the cycle. The pressurized living chamber is equipped with abundant living facilities, allowing the diver to stay for several weeks without needing to surface, greatly increasing work efficiency. When saturation divers need to return to shore, they will re-enter the diving bell. By adjusting the ratio of helium and oxygen, as well as the pressure inside the chamber, it helps the divers acclimate to normal pressure before returning to the surface. The technology used throughout the process is not only complex, but also cutting edge. Only a few countries have mastered these technologies, and any mistake in any part of the process can lead to tragic consequences. On November 5, 1983, a 6-member saturation diving team was working on the By Ford Dolphin drilling platform. The first and second members were resting in the second pressurized chamber, while the third and fourth had just completed deep-sea operations and returned to the pressurized living chamber via the diving bell. The four are about to prepare to slowly reduce the pressure in the chamber and return to the surface to enjoy their upcoming vacation. Assistants T1 and T2 are outside the chamber, responsible for securing the diving bell and the pressurized chamber. At this time, the pressure inside the chamber is 9 atmospheres. According to the correct procedure, the third and fourth need to close the A door of the diving bell and the passage, then come to the number 1 pressurized chamber, and then close the B door between the number 1 chamber and the passage. At this time, the assistants T1 and T2 outside the chamber were unlocking the connection between the diving bell and the pressurized chamber, allowing them to separate. However, the actual situation was that after A door was closed, the third and fourth came to chamber 1, and the assistants outside unlocked the connection between the diving bell and the pressurized chamber, without confirming that B door was also closed.
In an instant, the diving bell was ejected by immense pressure, hitting the two assistants outside the chamber head-on. One died instantly, and the other was seriously injured. The 4 divers inside the chamber suffered even worse. Because the door of the pressurized living chamber was not properly closed, the pressure inside dropped from 9 atmospheres to nearly 1 atmosphere instantly. The gas dissolved in the divers' bodies rushed out from every cell at an extremely fast speed, causing severe body fragmentation. All internal organs in the thoracic and abdominal cavities were expelled from the body, and with the explosion, they were forced out through the doorway. The limbs were severely torn, resulting in instant death. Some organs were found ejected 10 meters away. We do not have specific video footage to present the horrific scene. However, the famous Mythbusters team conducted an experiment on such pressure conditions. They created a very realistic dummy model, simulating the divers descending to 91.44 meters, enduring 10 atmospheres, to observe the impact of pressure differences on the human body.
Yeah. Ready and...
Whoa! Look at what's happening! Yeah! Oh my God! My God, it's Meat Man is in the helmet! That's crazy! I can't...
This result perfectly illustrates the divers' experiences in the dolphin incident. According to the Accident Investigation Committee's conclusion, the accident was caused by improper operation by the staff. However, the victims' families believe that if the Norwegian government had strictly required the Norwegian Petroleum Directorate to equip systems like fail-safe hatches, such a tragedy would not have occurred. Therefore, they filed a lawsuit against the Norwegian government. After a lengthy lawsuit lasting 26 years, in February 2008, the victims' families finally reached a settlement with the Norwegian government and received compensation for damages provided by the Norwegian government. This highlights the dangers faced in the job of saturation divers, who earn a monthly salary of $200,000 to $300,000 and have nearly 2/3 of the year off. If this job were offered to you, would you still be willing to do it?